and the only Spicy, and I'm back today with another All Signs Live. I'm so excited to be here. Let me know how y'all are doing, how you're feeling. But yeah, I'm so excited. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing well. It's so funny because every time I'm like trying to get started, I always forget to like turn the volume down on my other phone. But I always bring up the live on my other phone just so I can look at the chat as it's going on. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. The question that we are asking Spirit today is, what does the universe want you to know right now? So this is just going to be a reading that is just general. If love comes up, then it does, but it's not like I'm necessarily reading specifically for love. But today's live is also going to be a bit different as well, since I have a lot of press on nail orders to do. And I'm literally still going to be working after this live into the night. So the live is going to be different. Instead of going sign by sign, I'm going to go element by element. And I'm going to specifically start with earth signs because the Taurus reading from last week definitely was so messed up. I felt so bad when I went back and listened to the playback. I was like, dang, the audio sounds so bad. But I'll definitely make it up to y'all Tauruses. But yeah, so pretty much we're gonna get started with the earth signs. So if you are either a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, then hopefully this reading resonates with you all. So if you're an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. What does the universe want you to know right now? And of course, for me, the universe is just energy, okay? It's energy. And this energy, I feel like, is just tapped into like what I think is just infinite consciousness and just the divine. And we can interact with the universe in certain ways that will definitely help to either progress and move our life forward or regress, and our lives can definitely go backwards. So I feel like the universe really responds to like the actions that we take, the thoughts that we think, the feelings that we feel, and the things that we communicate and speak out of our mouth. So yeah, I mean, if you have any ideas or opinions, hey Jamie, if you have any ideas or opinions on what you believe the universe to be, then definitely drop it in the comment section. But yeah, I feel like it's just a very powerful energy, and like who I look to as the divine, that source to me is God, but I also am not very judgmental, and I understand that we all have our different interpretations or names that we call the divine. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and tap into like, what does the universe want you to know right now? I feel like I could literally keep talking forever and ever, but we got to get started. Hey Erica, my day is well. I hope your day is going well, Erica. I feel like somebody was trying to get snappy with me in the comments or in the live chat. Not you, Erica, somebody else. But it's just so funny because the moderators definitely be on it. Y'all definitely be on it. Okay, so I feel like your message right now is surrounding the amazing things that are happening for you. Hey, hey, Money Mantra Trading Academy. Y'all definitely make sure you check out her channel. She posts, well, basically all of her content is focused on like day trading education. So if you always wanted to be a day trader or just invest passively, actively, hey, definitely make sure you check out her channel. But yeah, so okay, so pretty much there's some amazing things that are happening for you little by little. Okay. And I feel like it's happening so painstakingly slow that you may not be convinced that what you want is happening for you, or the type of lifestyle that you want to live is happening for you, or if it's even possible. Um, but basically, what Spirit is saying is that even though there could be a lot of doubts around this, you still have faith. And I just heard like faith the size of a mustard seed. So you still have a little faith, okay? And I think that what you're being asked to do right now is to protect that faith that you have. You know, I want to say like what I mean by protect is like you could think as negatively and pessimistically as you want to, but I feel like at a certain point in time you'll realize that you could go overboard with those thoughts, and it can end up like literally washing away that little bit of faith that you actually do have. So oh, thank you so much. But yeah, so essentially earth signs, I feel like the important thing is to watch your thoughts. Watch your lack of optimism, or like I want to say your lack of positive expectation, thinking that something positive isn't happening just because it's happening very slowly, but it is. And spirit is saying that the best thing that you can do is to refrain from doing things that could mess up your manifestations, like refrain from self-sabotaging the good that you seek in your life, okay? Especially through being like overly pessimistic or thinking something is impossible or it's not going to happen. I also feel like you could potentially be like your own worst enemy, but I'm also picking up that it's like it's not just you. You also have to defend and protect what it is that you want, against other people as well. Other people that you feel like you can't trust, or other people that you feel like um, definitely cannot see your vision. And it is what it is, because I feel like, you know, you don't even necessarily know the entire and full picture because it's not yet here. It hasn't yet presented itself. It's moving that direction, but it's not yet here. So already you have to go against yourself. So it's kind of expected to go against other people. So I just feel like have one less enemy, you know, one less enemy, which is yourself. Like, so let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there's a heavy emphasis here on people that are around you that don't necessarily believe in what it is that you're doing, or just people that you just don't necessarily trust for support. I feel like something that you need to be focusing on right now is just dropping the baggage or dropping the dead weight. It's like oftentimes we may expect people to know where we're going and to understand what it is that we're doing, but they just can't. So that's just a fact that we have to accept. You know, it's just a fact we have to accept. So you just have to, in a sense, kind of confront that fact, accept it, and then just let it go. Like, stop looking for favor from other people because it seems like it's too challenging and it's too chaotic to do that. I think the best thing that you can do is to either remove yourself from these relationships, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like cold turkey, but it's like just distance yourself little by little. And I think this is something that you should be like consistently working on, because I just feel like in order for you to finally get over the hump and, you know, finally see what it is that you have been manifesting, seeing your blossoming abundance, I think it requires you to to drop these like beliefs that you may have about yourself, like that are pessimistic. And then also, you know, beliefs about other people, or feeling like maybe you need support from other people, or feeling like you need validation from other people, because like you really actually don't. So it's really about you working hard and diligent on like transitioning out of these ways of being or ways of thinking. So yeah, it's like work that you still have to do within yourself internally, but I also do feel like you deal with external pressures as well. So let's see what else is going on here as well. Yeah, so pretty much what it is that you all are just working diligently on, I want to say, or will be working diligently on and being consistent within. but also what it is that you want to see and experience within your life, like this abundance, is definitely a big deal. I feel like you all have some type of skill or creative talent that you could be focusing on right now. And it's like you're dedicating yourself to eventually being able to make and earn an income from this thing, or for this to set you up to have a good, comfortable, luxurious lifestyle. There's just a transition and change that you really want, and it's happening slowly. So you may not be seeing the results as quickly as you would want to, which is okay. But I feel like what spirit also wants to say as well is, just because the manifestation is happening slowly doesn't mean that you should take your foot off the gas. It doesn't mean that you should stop being focused, stop being diligent, or, just stop putting any action into it. So it's like you gotta continue to keep working, pretty much is what is being said here. So continue to keep, I want to say, keep up the faith, keep up the positive thinking, even though it can definitely be very hard, because I feel like you want this really bad. So because it's not happening within a certain speed, it's not happening when you want it to happen, it's like you could be a bit hard on yourself, or you could start to think pessimistic in a pessimistic way. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Kelvin. I appreciate your compliment. So, yeah, I feel like the best thing that you can do is to give yourself the peace that you need. And I feel like as you continue to keep putting action into it, it's like maybe you won't feel as bad. You maybe might not feel as like you're being lazy, and like you aren't at least doing your best to push things forward. So, I mean, that's good, but I also feel like it can also work against you as well, in which you feel like, oh, I'm putting so much into it and I'm not seeing anything back. Of course, you start feeling bad. So I just feel like spirit wants you to make this as simple and as easy as a process as you can. And I think you can start with your thoughts and just what you're thinking to yourself and what you're saying about this. Like, try to make it as easy as possible, because you already have to defend yourself against other people that don't really support you or believe in you, or, feel like what you have is, or what you're doing is going to pay off, or there's going to be some type of reward. You already have to deal with that. So let's try to make this as easy as possible. And I just heard the word defiance. So you might have to go against other people, and then also going against yourself, or what you would think, which is to think pessimistically, to be pessimistic. So you got to go against other people, you got to go against yourself. But yeah, in other words, I feel like continue to keep working on what it is you're working on. Like I said, some of y'all um, may be trying to have your own business. You could be entrepreneurs here, starting a new business, starting something new that requires you to have to be focused and dedicated to it. It requires you to have to like actually put in the time and the sweat equity that's needed to like perfect this craft, okay, or to perfect this business, this hobby, this skill that's gonna bring you some type of monetary reward. Others of you is like going to school as well, so that's here. But yeah, it's like whatever it is that you're working on, it does have the promise of significantly changing your life. Okay, significantly changing your life. Okay, y'all got the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, so it's not just about your. Oh, thank you so much, Sam. It's not just about your own prosperity, worth, what wealth that you created for yourself, but it's also what you're able to do for a community of others, like what you're able to do for your family, your legacy, your descendants, the community in general. It can extend to friends and other loved ones and supporters. So yeah, it's like everything that you're doing isn't for nothing. So just don't make the journey harder on yourself by thinking negatively. Like, you gotta protect that mustard seed of faith. And if y'all have ever seen what a mustard seed looks like, it's like the tiniest seed ever. So you really don't need that much faith and optimism. You really don't need that. So yeah. Um let's get y'all some advice. I felt like I gave y'all some advice, but let's get something from the Moonology deck. Okay, so y'all have two actually. Y'all have two. One of them says, "Show the world the real you," which I love that. Show the world the real you. And I could definitely see that here as well because I feel like you're still loading. Like I just got just like a quick vision of like just seeing a battery charging. It's like you're literally still loading. I feel like you're not yet at the peak and pinnacle, or you haven't yet, like I said, experienced that life transition where you are literally receiving what it is that you've always wanted or what you've manifested. It's like you haven't yet reached that. And it's okay. Okay, it's okay because it's happening. Okay, you are actively putting in work, diligence, consistency, commitment, and dedication, and it's happening little by little. You're creating your reality slowly but surely. And the second card that y'all actually have is your hard work is paying off. So I love this about you. Okay, this is amazing. And I feel like what you're being advised to do as well is just like create a plan and just stick to the plan. That's what you need to do. You need to stick to the plan. And also, don't be afraid to allow your journey and experience to change you because that's what it's going to do anyway. Like, as you continue to keep walking down your path, you're going to become a different person. So I feel like our experiences and things happen so that we can be different, so that we can grow, evolve, change, develop. So it's like, don't be afraid to allow that to happen. And I just feel like your situation, your experience is definitely changing you. And I feel like it's really going to uncover who you really are as a person, which is really nice. And I mean, at the end, y'all had the King of Pentacles. So I'm just saying, the King of Pentacles is someone who is abundant. The King of Pentacles is someone who is just prosperous, someone who is highly ambitious, someone who has literally walked the path. Okay, walk the path towards success, and it's not an easy path, and it's not an easy process. So this just might be one of the challenges that you all are experiencing as you're on your way to success, wealth, and abundance. Okay, so yeah, the King of Pentacles is just someone who is reliable, like someone who is safe, someone who is a provider, someone who is a protector. Like that's who the King of Pentacles is. So regardless of if you identify with masculine or feminine energies, is like you're gonna be paid at the end of the day. Like, hey Waffle, thank you so much, Alvarez. Thank you so much. Yeah, regardless of if you're a man or woman, non-binary, however you want to identify yourself, you're going to be paid and you're going to live a comfortable and luxurious lifestyle. Okay. And that's whatever it means to you. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So you're able to provide for yourself and for others, which is really good. Okay. Which is really good. So I think this is it for y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to water signs. So, Waffle, basically on this live, I'm just going by elements only because I have like a busy schedule. I have something else that I need to do after this live. So, I actually just got done doing earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And actually, y'all can let me know, should I move on to water signs, air signs, or fire signs? Y'all can let me know. I'm moving on to water signs, but y'all can really let me know as I reset these cards and get something to drink. Okay, water is fine. Okay. Okay. I hope y'all are doing well. Let me know where y'all are tuning in from. Let me know where y'all are tuning in from. Let me know. Team Pisces. Team Pisces. Team Imaginative and Dreamy. Okay, Lithuania. Where are you from? Well, I'm currently in Wilmington, Delaware. Okay, that is on the East Coast of the United States. That's where I am. Okay, Nicole, you in Texas? That's what's up. I only been to Texas one time, and I was in the airport, so it didn't count. Okay, it didn't count. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on since I'm ready. And we're gonna move on to water signs. All right. Water signs. So if you are a Pisces, oh, I don't have nothing on my shirt, Justin. I don't have nothing on my shirt, yo. He is wilding. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, so if you're any of these three zodiac signs for anything, okay, I don't care. Like it could be sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars. Like it's really up to you. Okay, people watch these for as many placements as possible, so it's really up. It's up to you and whatever you want to do. All right, water signs. Let's go ahead and get started. What does the universe want you to know right now? All right, I'm gonna just do a couple more shuffles. I'm just gonna take what's here. Aw, I just want to give y'all a hug, water signs. All right, I mean, this is actually pretty positive. This is pretty positive. I feel like, and the reason why I said, "Oh, I want to give y'all a hug," is because the first card that came out for y'all is broken heart. So what that's telling me is that this isn't not like necessarily a love reading, but I do think that is loosely based on your love and relationship aspect of your life. And the word that came up was definitely disappointing. Okay, so your relationships, your love connections, like romantic, intimate connections that you had have potentially been very disappointing to you, and you've experienced your own set of like challenges and issues that have just felt like it's been constant. You know, it felt like it's been constant. It feels like this is something that continues to keep happening or is just continuously being perpetuated through your life experience. And I feel like it's a mixture of emotions. It's sadness, it's grief, it's irritation, it's annoyance, and it's also frustration. It's very frustrating, this aspect of your life. It's just been a lot of different ups and downs. You've shed a lot of tears, but I really feel like at this point in time in your life, it's like you're deciding that you can no longer, I want to say, be sad, be upset about it, be down about it. It's like you feel like you can no longer grieve this. Like you just feel like at this point in time, the best thing for you to do is just to heal. Like, and I feel like it's not even just like healing one specific relationship with one person that you've ever had, okay? But it's like just healing the entirety of this particular aspect of your life. And instead of you just sitting here and still trying to grieve and mourn and just, I feel like there's different stages of like grieving. There's different stages. So I feel like you're finally at the point of like final acceptance. Like, final acceptance is like you're not going back on this. You're deciding to not continue to keep doing the same things that have, I guess, helped this like this cycle that continues to keep perpetuating, that continues to keep happening consistently on and on and on. And this could be the type of people that deal with. It could also be the type of relationship dynamics that you tend to find yourself in. You're just like, I'm tired of it. So whatever type of relationship dynamics that you have been in, maybe it has not necessarily worked for you. Okay, maybe it has not worked for you. There's different types of dynamics Like some people prefer just casual relationships, some people prefer just flings, other people prefer serious commitments, other people prefer, I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of types of relationships out there that people can have romantically or intimately connecting with another person. So whatever you have personally been doing, I feel like you just like, no, it's not working. I need to do something else. It's not benefiting me. It's not helping. It's just been a never ending, consistent cycle. So I just think at this point in time right now, it's like you're just choosing to educate yourself. Maybe you are learning more about yourself as a person and just what you want. Maybe you are, developing stronger boundaries and deciding to protect yourself. Maybe you are also allowing some things, making allowances. Whatever it is like you're being, I feel like, encouraged to just change your perspective or to develop more of an education or just to enlighten yourself, to transform your mindset, especially if you are understanding that, I mean, we have to be honest, is when things happen, it's not just like, oh, it's other people controlling and pulling strings and causing things to happen for us. It's like sometimes we make particular choices and decisions that aren't the best decisions to make. Okay, hindsight is 2020. So at the same time, it's like you are also having to be confronted to deal with things that you have chose to do that have also kept you in these consistent cycles that have not necessarily benefited you, have not worked out for you, and only make you feel broke, busted, and disgusted at the end of the day. Like, so you kind of have to get real with yourself as well. I feel like that's just what universe wants you to know. But yeah, essentially the other message here is the fact that, like, regardless of what you went through, is like you're being asked to transmute that energy. So transmute the sadness, any depression, grief. Like, it's like you're being asked to transmute that into like something positive for yourself. Like you're being asked to get out of the space that you're sitting in, especially if you know you're still sitting in this sadness. It's like you're being asked to get out of that space and to move. Like you're being asked to get out of that space, to get out of that energy. It could even be you getting out of that vibration and just move. You just can't be there. Okay. It's like, y'all know when y'all know in movies, if somebody's like having a party and then, like, let's say the party gets crashed and then they're like, well, you don't have to, they be like, you don't have to go home, but you got to get out of here. Like, you know how they say that in movies? It's like, you don't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Like, you be saying stuff like that, like kicking people out. But yeah, that's all I'm saying is like, you're being asked to just get out. Like, stop sitting in that same space, stop sitting in that same place. Like, it's time for you to do something to change your situation. And I think a big part of it for you is just going to be education. Okay. So, getting to know yourself a lot more, or even for some of y'all, is quite frankly like moving. So maybe you've been in the same environments, because oftentimes when we're in the same environments, that environment energetically will continue to perpetuate negativity. Okay. If it's a negative place to be. So some of y'all actually have to move. Maybe for some of y'all, this looks like you were in a relationship with someone, maybe you were living with that person, it's like you're being asked to move. you know Maybe it's like after the breakup you move, you literally leave that city, you leave that state, you leave that country, like you get out into the world and see what is next for you. So it's kind of just like transmuting this negative energy into something positive for you, instead of you just sitting in the same spot. Is like encouraging you to get out and to move. Like, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I hope y'all understand. But yeah, we have 31 people in the live. Definitely help your girl out by leaving some likes. Okay? Help me out by liking the video. Yeah, I do think it's quite frankly you being asked to move, like physically get up and move as well. So I think that's specific for some people. It's specific. Yeah, this is a specific message. So yeah, I feel like, this person that you just could still be heartbroken over, okay? still heartbroken over. I feel like heavily for some of y'all, this was a marriage. This was someone that you were living with. You had a family with this person. You know, y'all had maybe shared assets. Okay. Y'all was potentially even splitting bills, splitting rents. You know how people love to do that. Um, but yeah, because we have the king and queen of pentacles. So if this was not someone that you were engaged to, you might have thought that the both of you were like an energetic match. Y'all could have both been earth signs as well. I didn't even call out the signs for the I didn't even call out the signs for the earth signs. Dang, that's crazy. I'll do that starting with y'all. But that typically happens. But yeah, you may have thought that you and this person were like an energetic match. So I can definitely see how, you know, it's you're still trying to recover from this relationship. When I was shuffling, I did see the Four of Swords, so it's like trying to literally recover. But yeah, I think that there's been a lot of conflict or drama associated with like this breaking up from this person. For others of y'all as well, if you weren't living in the same house as this person, it's like there's a heavy emphasis here on y'all living in two separate different places. So this could have also been a long distance connection as well. And some of y'all might be traveling for love, or you might meet someone when you get out and travel after, you know, this heartbreak and this pain that you're experiencing. But yeah, it seemed like it's a lot of like conflict associated with this. And I also feel like conflict associated in for you as far as what to do next. Like what should you do? Like kind of going back and forth, not really knowing what to choose or as you know, move out of this situation. I feel like you need to choose what is best for you. You said, let me book a flight right now. Yeah, I feel like you need to choose what's best for you. Like, choose, you know, something that I feel like is valuable and is worthy to you. So, this is, I feel like, I feel like all of this is really tying together as far as when it comes down to like you learning more about yourself so you don't continue to keep like dealing with the same things when it comes to relationships, the same cycles, dealing with the same people. It's like you really have to pay attention to like what is actually truly valuable to you for the long term. So that can be like what characteristics or personality traits do you want to mix with, or the type of people that you want to deal with, like, you know, like kind of like that is like you have to realize like what characteristics are truly valuable or what is going to be beneficial for the long term. So you have to have more of a long term type of thinking now, like. But yeah, so that as well. Yeah, let me see where I was. Okay, so yeah, the thing I like about your reading is like the universe definitely wants you to know that like all of this heartbreak and sadness and grief that you all have been just experiencing, the tears, the loss, like just all of this, especially as it relates to like relationship trauma, you know, romance trauma, is like this cycle is going to end and wrap up very soon, but I think it's ending and wrapping up within your diligence to do something about it or to get out of that energy. I feel like that's it's going to wrap up in that way because it's definitely a journey. It's a immense and huge healing journey, but with the world showing up, it's letting me know that you all are just letting go. You are growing, you're changing, and all of these things are possible because of your own dedicated effort, you being disciplined, you being, you know, consistent, you putting in the hard work that's necessary for you to transition into a new phase of your life, a new cycle of your life. So yeah, I think that the relationship trauma, drama, whatever you've been experiencing, like that thing is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. Yeah, it definitely is. Y'all got the star ending, you know, your reading. I'm still gonna get some advice cards for y'all, but yeah, you have the star. And like I said, like this is hope, this is healing, this is okay, a renewal, this is a rejuvenation, okay? This is faith, this is positivity. So yeah, I'm definitely happy about this, like for you all. So it's really up to you and whatever you want to do. I think this is the best time to everything is kind of flowing together for y'all because this is like the best time for you to like literally set your intentions and start to plan what is next for you. It's like a very auspicious time right now. It's like everything is just I just had that moment where it's just like everything was just kind of like flowing together for me with y'all's message. But yeah, I think that this is positive. You know, this is definitely positive for y'all, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it's important for you to develop a sense of like security and stability within yourself. It's time for you to like comfort yourself. It's time for you to show up for yourself and to develop a sense of reliability so that you trust yourself. But yeah, it's time for you to set your intentions, because what you're being asked to do is to transmute this negative energy that you all have experienced. It's time for you to like transmute that into something positive. And yeah, it's like kind of getting over a hump. It's like once you get over the hump and get to the other side, you know, you can expect good things. You know, you can expect the rewards for your effort, for the things that you have set your intentions on. You can expect that. So that's really nice. I mean, you can also expect to meet more like-minded people, because like I said, you're also being asked to like educate yourself or to have a higher um what I wanted to say is like higher perspective. That's kind of what I want to say. Like it's like looking at this from another perspective, looking at the bigger picture, I think is what I'm trying to say. It's like because you've done all of these things, it's like your mind is expanding. Your mind is definitely expanding. And I also feel like you all will be attracting people to you that are more so like on the same page as you, people that have like similar values, similar goals, and you'll actually be able to like collaborate or to partner with these people. Now, this could definitely be in a romantic sense, or if you all decide that you just want to focus on work, then it could be in a work sense, like, just collaborating with other creatives and other people that see eye to eye with you. But yeah, I split the deck here and I see the Ace of Cups. So it very much, because a lot of this is you all like healing your romantic or relationship trauma. So it's like, yeah, Ace of Cups. This could definitely be a new love situation, a new romantic cycle starting for you. That definitely is a possibility. But even if you were not interested in romance and you just wanted to develop new friendships, or like I said, collaborations, yes, Deanna, I like that. Turn negative into a miracle. That's definitely what is being expressed here. But yeah, it's like you can also collaborate with people that just see eye to eye with you on business, on other aspects and areas of your life. Even just having supportive friendships. The Ace of Cups to me is also a card of like compassion, friendship. It's just like empathy. And I just also heard like emotional, just openness, or just being vulnerable. So that's nice. Just having like nice, loving connections, unconditionally loving connections as well. So let's get y'all some advice. Let's get y'all some advice. And then we're gonna move on. Y'all can let me know in the chat, should I do fire signs or air signs next? And shout out to everybody that is still in the live. You can definitely feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from if you have not let me know already. Oh, hey, Julian. Hey, Julian from France. All right, so we got 2 fire. 2 fire to 1 air. 2 fire to 1 air. So let's see what y'all have. Okay, so we have the energy is gaining momentum, and then we also have step out of your comfort zone. So yeah, this is good. I feel like what this is referring to as the energy is gaining momentum, I just feel like is the closing out of this weird cycle that you've just been having with relationships. Some of it I feel like has been of your choosing, which we have established. Okay, this is us deciding to choose better partners, okay, or choose relationship dynamics, or choose relationships that are beneficial, okay, that can benefit you as well. as opposed to taking a lot out of you. You all may also have to work on having a healthy dose of detachment, because it's like when you're hurt, you're really hurts. Okay, y'all actually got the Three of Swords twice in your reading, so those are very well. To get that twice is a very intense emotion. Okay, it's intense loss, sadness, and grief. Um, so yeah, you might have to develop a healthy sense of detachment, okay? And it's just for your own sake, so that you can continue to keep moving along your path. And it's just like you don't get tripped up or hemmed up by every relationship, okay? So yeah, you might definitely have to be a lot more detached, okay? So your emotions aren't getting wrapped up in everything. So that's even evident here just with this like earth energy that's showing up in your reading. It's just about you being grounded. Like just be grounded and don't allow yourself to just be taken which way, which is definitely something that's a possibility for water signs. Okay, it's definitely something that's a possibility. So you just have to embody more of that earth energy of just being stable, being grounded, creating a sense of emotional security within you. But yeah, then we also have step out of your comfort zone, which is nice because I feel like uh, some of your comfort zone can have can be described as sitting in this sadness and grief, okay, and potentially thinking thoughts that keep you stuck in this like never ending loop and cycle when it comes to the relationships aspect of your life. So I just feel like now it's time because you're being cautioned to move anyway. So like now it's time for you to get a bit uncomfortable and to get out of that place, because it's like the place that you're sitting in is not even comfortable anyway. Like who wants to be feeling sad all the time? Water signs, like who wants to be feeling sad all the time? So I just feel like it's time for you to pack it up. Sorry, let me be more sensitive. It's time for y'all to just be like, it's done. It's over. Like I'm accepting this for what it is, and now it's time for me to continue along my path. Okay, now it's time for me to keep moving. So I think that's it for you all. Water signs. Let me know how y'all like that message. Let me know how y'all liked it. Okay, you said it takes a lot of effort to be grounded as a your sun sign is in Pisces, moon sign Gemini. I have a Gemini moon also. Okay, petty betties. I try very hard. Yeah. 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 No sadness or grief. I know that's right, Deanna. Okay, I know that's right. Only gratitude. I'm highly favored and blessed. Aw, thanks, Nicole. Thanks. I definitely said I was gonna call out these signs, correct? Like, all right, so I see Virgo, Taurus. We also had Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Those are the ones I remember. I should just let it go, right? And try again next week. I know sometimes people like the signs, and this is an all signs reading. I'm going by element today, so the least I can do is call out the signs I see. But yeah. Um, okay. So y'all said fire. Y'all said fire. All right, so go ahead and write this down. All right, so we have the fire signs. If you are an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, then I'm gonna go ahead. Like, what does the universe want you to know right now? Okay, what does the universe want you to know right now? I just sprayed some Florida water and it's strong, so I'm trying to, you know, at least be able to breathe. All right, so let's go ahead. Fire signs. What does the universe want you to know right now? And again, I hope y'all are all doing well. Oh, happy early birthday, Victoria. That is amazing. That is amazing. I love birthdays. They're so fun and exciting. They're so fun and exciting. So I was trying to steer away from I was trying to steer away from like love and relationships, but it definitely came up with the reading for the water signs, and it seems like it has decided to show up for the fire signs. Thank you so much, Deanna. Let me just get some clarification here on this one card, Door to Romance, and then we'll see what's going on. This one wanted to flip over. That's interesting. This is definitely interesting. I feel like this is going to be a very specific message. All right, so I feel like this is regarding a relationship that it's like a relationship that it's like you're transitioning as well. Like you're transitioning out of, I wanted to say like it's also like a chaotic, it's a dramatic, it's a toxic type of relationship, or something that you feel like is going nowhere, or you just feel like it's it's like the feeling of like pending doom, where you realize that okay, this is a train crash waiting to happen. Like you just realize it's like the tower moment is coming, like things are ending, you feel like things are ending very soon, and it's kind of like you feel like the best thing to do is to like detach yourself from the situation before it becomes even more like disastrous than it could be. I just heard that song Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. Yeah, because I was like, does this have to be a love and relationships reading? When I split the deck, I literally saw caring connections. So yeah, this is definitely a love and relationship reading. Yeah, it's like you've just experienced a breakup, or you know that you're about to experience a tumultuous breakup with someone, and it's like you see it coming, and I feel like you're being asked to like detach yourself from it now, because it's only going to be a lot much more disastrous than I feel like is anticipated. Like everything that you thought you wanted, like all of the things, the hope, the wishes, the feelings, it's like all of those things I feel like are just going to be like dashed, just dashed. Hey, princess. I feel like that's you, saucy brioche. I feel like that's you, princess. Let me know if it's you. But yeah, it just seems like everything that you hope and wish for is just gonna be dashed. But that's with this particular relationship that you have transitioned out of or are in the process of detaching yourself from. And I feel like that relationship falling is literally going to open you up to something that is a lot better, whether it's you having a better relationship with yourself, or also you attracting someone else that's better for you, someone that is a little more energetically aligned with you. Let me see what else is here as well. I want to get some additional messages. Oh, that's cool. I just got a nail order, y'all. Y'all, I'm busy. Like, y'all, I'm busy. I'm busy. Like, I want to get some additional messages for you all. Yeah, this is about like Okay, this is even more specific for you all that know that you're in a dead end situation with someone, you know it's going nowhere. You can feel it coming, you can feel the breakup coming. Um, it's like you're dealing with some indecision here. You're being very indecisive. It's just literally not knowing what to do, maybe trying to avoid the situation or making the decision at all costs. Um, I feel like you could see the pros in either way. You could see the cons in either direction, especially when it comes to this relationship that you are transitioning out of. But I feel like, yeah, even though you have like this indecisive mindset right now, it's like the best thing for you to do is to be as like emotionally neutral with both decisions or both paths that you have to make. I feel like this is about you being emotionally neutral and taking the pressure off of it, and also doing like what is going to be more fulfilling for you down the line. So I know it's hard sometimes when we have to make decisions to leave people or to transition out of environments or to leave our things that we are attached to. Like, you know, we become defensive about it. We don't want to let it go because we feel like there's some type of importance that it had, that there's some type of importance that it has in our life. You know, it's like you feel like you need something. But yeah, I feel like what is being told to you is like you really actually don't need this as much as you think, as much as you're that it could be important, and I get it, but I feel like down the line it's not really going to be as important to you because you're going to realize that it's not really in alignment with who you are, who you are becoming. And yeah, even presently just taking the emphasis back on like who you are right now. So it's like if you know that this relationship or this thing is not working out for you right now, then like you can only imagine down the line as you continue to change or just step into more of your higher self or your Christ consciousness, you'll see that okay, it doesn't fit for you there either in your future. So I feel like this is just about making a tough choice. I feel like if I don't just limit this to romance, it's just like making a tough choice and making a tough decision. Because realizing that where you are, you at some point you're gonna have to make a choice and decision because where you are isn't gonna be like it's not gonna be available to you anymore. Like where you are presently is like it seems like maybe that pathway is gonna close up or some type of event is going to happen where it's going to kind of force you to have to start over from the ground up. It's like the tower moment is happening and it's going to force you to have to rebuild, you know? So, oh, hey, I'm doing well. I'm looking beautiful in brown. Okay. My skin tone is brown. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Yo, that is hilarious. I'm going to have to get you out of here. Oh yeah, you're out of here. Okay. You're out of here. And saucy brioche. I definitely do not know that girl. I don't know her, but she is from. But yeah, I feel like if I zoom out of this, this is all about you making choices and like making better choices and making better decisions and like making choices that benefit you for the long term and not just like your present moment. So I feel like it's some similarities to the reading for the water signs, but let me get into the tarot and see what else comes out. Yeah, I just feel like you just have to make a decision, and regardless of where that decision takes you, I think, or where you think it's going to take you, is definitely going to give you more of a positive result and outcome than what you are projecting. Oh, hey, retired life. You definitely are my favorite Lyft driver. Yeah, Saucy. I did Earth Signs first. I did Earth Signs first. I did Earth Signs first. Okay, yeah. I just feel like the universe right now, like if you know you still dealing with somebody that you need to let go of, like it's just even more of a further confirmation here that like the breakup is definitely going to happen. And I feel like the best thing that you can do to get ahead of this, or to get ahead of this storm that's coming, is just making sure that you have a position and that you assert your position, that you stand up for yourself, that you also don't allow the changing of this circumstance to defeat you or to make you feel like you are a failure. It's kind of like you have to stand strong and realize that, this transition, you making a decision to move on from something, okay, or to move on from your attachment to something or somebody, is like it's going to put you in a better place. It's going to put you in a better place. So even though you may not yet be at that place just yet, it's kind of like you have to pretend and act like you are. Okay. So it's kind of the feeling of like you deciding to leave someone because it's too tumultuous. And then even though you haven't yet glowed up or changed your life, it's like you're already acting like you did or something like that. It's kind of like y'all are making decisions and you're standing on your decision, even if you haven't yet received the particular result or outcome that it is that you're looking for. And I feel like even if you don't want to admit this to yourself, like what you want is to be a part of relationships, or you want to be attached to things that are in more harmony and alignment with who you are as a person. And I feel like with these things are harmonious, and with these things being in alignment, it's like it's going to bring more peace and balance and ease into your life. And I also feel like you all want to be like accepted for who you are as people. Like, you want to be accepted for your ability to be vulnerable and to be open with others. And I feel like it just may not have been as possible with this last relationship or connection or attachment that you've been in, or that you were in, or that you're now exiting. But yeah, let me see what else we have here. Yeah, I think that you have a vision. I feel like you have a vision for your life, and I feel like spirit wants you to keep your vision in mind as you are. Oh, thank you so much. It's like, spirit wants you to keep that vision in mind as you are moving along your path. Okay, keep that vision in mind. So I feel like any choices and decisions that you make should be in alignment with the vision that you have in your future. So this is like connections and relationships that you decide to be in. It's like, is that in alignment with your vision, with what you already see for yourself? Is it in alignment with your future? I feel like that's also similar to the water or earth signs. I forgot, is similar to one of those other readings. But yeah, this is all about the long term for you as well. So yeah, you got to make decisions that are just better, and you have to defend your decisions. You have to stand on business. You may have to defend your decisions against other people, or even against this person, or even new relationships that you attract into your life. It's like you have to stand on business with what your, I guess, standards and expectations are. So yeah, um, let's get y'all some advice. Let's get y'all some advice and see what else comes up. Oh yeah, I feel like some more advice for y'all as well. Before I even get into the advice from the Moonology deck, is like it's just all about you having unconditional self love, taking care of yourself, paying attention to yourself, like that intense focus that you tend to put into other things or people that you attach yourself to. It's like you'll benefit more so from putting that attention into yourself. And I feel like it's kind of choosing just what's best for you at that point in time, and making this more of a heart decision as opposed to like a head decision. So I know sometimes it's like you want to be as logical, as practical, as rational as possible, like when you're making decisions, and I get it. But I feel like other times it does cause for you to have to get into your emotional space and just focus on how you feel. And I feel like when you focus on how you feel, You might be able to make more of a better decision for you, because it's based off of how you feel. Like, do you feel at peace? Do you feel at ease? Like, how do you feel as opposed to how you think you feel? Okay, so it's like a difference, because you can definitely intellectualize your emotions by thinking like, oh, I think I feel dissatisfied. It's like you either feel it or not. It's not I think I you either feel that or you don't. So I feel like you all have been feeling dissatisfied, and you have the choice, and you have the chance rather, and you have the opportunity to change the trajectory or course of your life with your decision. So if you see that a train wreck is about to happen, but you have the choice of decision to safely jump off of the train, then I feel like, the option is there before the tower moment happens, and you kind of have no choice. You have to deal with what's there, you have to deal with what's left. So, yeah, I hope that message made sense. I definitely hope that message made sense. But let's go ahead and move on to air signs. Y'all can let me know. Fire signs, did that make sense? Did it make sense? Because I wasn't necessarily reading like, oh, let me read specifically for love today, but y'all also got a love message as well. It's like everything that you do is going to influence, like, I feel like the level of true unconditional self-love that you have for yourself. It's like so important to you to make decisions that will help you to still view yourself in a positive and good light. It's all about your reflection and what you see in the mirror and how good you feel about yourself. So I feel like your choices and decisions should essentially help you feel good about yourself. Like, they should encourage you to feel better about who you are as a person. Okay, so Elise, you asked the question. You said, what if you feel it in your heart love wise, but the person is controlling how you by bringing someone indirectly up? I'm not sure. I feel like I'm misreading the last part of your question. Um, but for me per se, with me being a Leo, whenever I see that word controlling, it definitely raises a lot of hairs for me when I hear controlling, because I'm just like, why would anybody feel like they need to exhibit a sense of control over another person? Like, what is that about? Because sometimes people do it very like indirectly, like they'll be very like emotionally manipulative and controlling and stuff like that. I mean, it's not indirect to me because I'll like observe things, but people can be controlling in a lot of different ways. So my question is always going to be why? Okay, why do you feel the need to have to control something or someone? It's like, if it's out of your control, it's out of your control. Like, um, I don't know if I started going in for no reason. I started going in, but I just was trying to understand your question. Yeah. Deanna, you gonna say I am who I am. I can never be changed. I mean, I always feel like it's life and we're gonna learn additional lessons. And I mean, you'd be surprised in those ways in which you change or become more flexible, adaptable, or you even become like firm on things that maybe you weren't firm on with your past, within your past. So we do change, we don't stay the same. But if you try and say you're a real one and you're only going to continue to keep evolving and growing and transforming and to become more authentic than who you are now, then yeah, I get it. Okay, 104. Let's just say 105 even for air signs. Oh yeah, that's definitely weird. At least that's weird. That's somebody that is definitely trying to emotionally. They're trying to like be emotionally manipulative. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Like, tell at least what y'all think. I feel like that person is being emotionally manipulative. Um, and they're trying to put you into some type of like competition or try to make you feel jealous. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put you like, it's like triangulation. That's what that person is trying to do. So yeah, no, no, like with the third party situations, like I'll say I'm not in a third party situation, because in order to be in a third party situation, it means all three people have to be willing and engaging participants, and I'm not choosing a third party. So that's not a situation I choose to be a part of. So yeah, it's all about your choice as well. You don't have to be triangulated by that person, because that's what it seemed like they're trying to do. Triangulate you, make you jealous. So then you start breaking your back and doing extra things for their attention and jumping through monkey ass hoops trying to prove yourself. And why are you trying to prove yourself? Like, to who and for what? Cause half of these people, let's keep it real. Half of these people, like in your past, that you just tried to jump through hoops for, trying to prove yourself, is like when you go look at them now, they really ain't shit. Like, let's keep it real. Like, they really ain't shit. Like, half of these people, like when you look back on your past, when you had lower self-esteem, or you didn't really know who you were or are as a person, you didn't really have like self-worth, you know what I'm saying? Like, no self-concept, like you just don't know who you are, you don't have confidence, you're not bold yet, you're not putting yourself out there. It's like half of the people you was dealing with ain't shit now. Like, so that's why I'm trying to tell people, and specifically you, Elise, is like, no, like no, exactly, yeah. Money Mantra said, yeah, if you're not choosing me, you're losing me. Exactly. Okay, I'll make the choice easy. And a lot of people I've dated, they've been mad because I do that. And I don't care, because I'll make the choice easy. If you don't know who you choosing, choose them. Okay? If you don't know who you choosing, choose them. Because I'm not doing this, and I'm not jumping through monkey ass hoops. So, okay, that was just a little note. But we do have some more people that's commenting. Yeah, Money Mantra is commenting like, yeah, when they're with you, why are they bringing up someone else? It's a million things to talk about. Exactly. It's emotional manipulation, trying to make you feel bad about yourself. Like, you should never feel bad about yourself. When people do that, it's literally because they don't know how to ask for what they want and need. Okay. And they also will feel audacious for asking you for what they want and need from you, because they're already getting it from somebody else. So it's just a backwards way of them trying to see what you're willing to do. And it should be nothing. 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 I'm willing to do nothing. Like, that's what it should be. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the air signs. Sorry about that, y'all, because I be getting in my bag sometimes. So, all right, so we have Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So if you're a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, anything, like, this is for you. This is for you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm live right now. I can't talk. I'm live right now. I can't talk. Thank you. Literally live right now. Like, literally live right now. Yeah, y'all been dealing with putting out a lot of tiny fires, okay? Like, you've been very busy. And what I mean, like, tiny fires, is just like the saying, if it's not one thing, it's another. It's like every second is something going on. Like, every second, something is messing up. Like, it could be your car messing up, or you have an issue at work, or you have an issue with your finances, you have an issue with your relationships. It's like every second is something, every second is something. And I feel like emotionally it can be a bit too much. And I also feel like it's putting you in this very like defensive mode or attitude, where you just feel like you have to have this really harsh and tough exterior because it's always something going on. So I feel like at this point in time, y'all could be a bit disconnected from your emotions or how you truly feel about the situation, because it's just always something going on. So you don't really have the time that you need to sit back and to think, or, it's just it's just always something. I feel like you're always stressed out. And I don't even want to say always and stressed in the same sentence, but it's like that's just the feeling. It's like you're always stressed out, you're always overwhelmed. It's always something going on that presents a challenge to your already challenging life. Like it's just too much. It's too much. Like it's too much going on. Like I just even how I feel right now is just like I can't even breathe. Like that's really how y'all feel because it's literally always something going on. And it's sad because it's making you feel emotionally numb where you just feel like you can't even feel. Like cuz it's always something. Like you feel like you can't even feel. You feel like you have no time or emotional energy to focus on yourself. And you also might be feeling like you're not really getting the support from other people as well. And I think you're not getting that support partly because it's like you're not opening up and telling people what is exactly going on with you. This could concern also matters of the heart as well. But I'm just looking at it more so as with your you and your own like sense of emotional capacity right now where you just are feeling very numb and a bit isolated, repressed, and disconnected. So, yeah, you can have people around you. You can have friends, you can have family around you, but it's like you're still feeling like unloved, you're feeling neglected, and you're also feeling very abandoned. And I think in ways it's like you would have to admit that you've been emotionally neglecting or abandoning yourself. So if you feel like other people have been emotionally unavailable to you, then I think it's about looking inwards and um, just focusing on how you may have been emotionally unavailable to yourself, or how you've been repressing your emotions. I feel like as these things have been happening, you just haven't really been taking the time to process it as needed. I feel like some of y'all may not want to cry, okay? And sometimes it's okay to cry because it's just an emotional release. It's like some of y'all have just not even cried. You're just kind of focused on doing whatever it is that you have to do. But I definitely do feel like you're being asked right now to like just drop your defenses, drop your guard, um, and understand that yeah, things definitely do happen in life, and I get it. Where it's like, dang, you might be thinking one more thing is gonna happen. It's kind of like the idea of like Murphy's law, like whatever can go wrong will go wrong. So you might be adopting that type of mindset, but it's only because it's like been things back to back to back that have been happening. But I also feel like I don't know. I want to say that it may seem like it's a bad thing. It may seem like it's a bad thing. I get it because it can definitely be very challenging to deal with. But I really feel like right now at this point in time, you're being asked to like just return to spirit, and you're being asked to just open up that connection between the divine and you as far as with communicating and just paying more attention to like the signs and any type of ways that the universe is trying to like hint or guide you in a particular direction. But in your case, I feel like you're being asked to um walk away from, I mean, you can't escape, or I want to say like escape what's happening to you. I feel like things are happening back to back. It's not like you can escape your life, but I do think that there are some things that you're being asked to do. Like if things become too overwhelming for you, it's time for you to just, I want to say just give it to God, or understand that like it's not all within your control. Like maybe you can't get to everything. Maybe you can't be the sole person that is responsible for putting out all of these tiny fires. Maybe there is support that you can lean on. I think that your support that you can lean on is going to be the divine, like asking for assistance, asking for help. And I also feel like a big lesson for you is going to be in sacrifice and surrendering. So it's kind of about you figuring out what you can let go of. Like, I wanted to say temporarily, but I feel like this is going to be something that is a permanent. So maybe just look at it like as a temporary thing, and saying for instance, like if you know you have a very busy life, you have a lot going on, you're responsible for a lot of things, then it may be you like restructuring or reorganizing, or even you reprioritizing what has to be done. Maybe you even deferring off responsibility to other people if you can, if there's support. But if not, then you have to figure out ways in which you can support yourself through this. I'm just picking up like Ten of Wands energy, where you feel like it's just you having to carry everything all the time, having to come up with solutions. It's like you're just always in this like action based masculine type of energy where it's just do. You have to do. You have to problem solve. You have to be solution based and oriented. You have to, and it's like you're not really putting in as much time into the other aspects of your energy, maybe even more of the feminine energies about letting things flow, being a little bit more submissive, being a little bit more receptive, like not feeling like you have to be in control of things actively in that way. Maybe even picking up on being a bit passive, like understanding that some things may be out of your control. Maybe it's not up to you to fix it. So it's just about you figuring out ways in which you can drop like some of this that's going on and take a step back and focus on the other aspects of you, focusing on your emotions, how you feel about yourself, how you're treating yourself. Um, I feel like that's important. And then also focusing more so on the spiritual aspect of you as opposed to just like always doing, doing, doing. Yeah, it's just like when you're in like just being in the 3D world and physical world that we live in, it's like a lot of things move because it's you moving it, right? A lot of things move because it's you moving it. It's like you having to be action based and oriented, you having to take opportunities, you having to assert yourself, you maybe even having to be aggressive in some aspects or areas of your life. But I feel like it's really time for you to take a step back. And I feel like you really do have to get more into your divine feminine energies, regardless of if you are a man or woman or however you identify yourself. I do think it's time for you to take a step back. You've been putting in a lot of action steps, and I just feel like it's turned you into even being like, you just have this really harsh exterior. And it's like gonna be important for you to kind of let some of that go, because you don't want that to be a part of your identity. Like when people see you or when they think about you, you don't want them to think like, oh, you're just this harsh defensive person, you always on edge. Your head is always on swivel, like you're always looking for something to go wrong. I just think that's going to be a part of your personality and a part of your life experience. So I just feel like, is this a fear? Is this a fear that if you don't have something to do with this, or if you're not in control, then everything is going to go haywire? Or maybe it's an actual fact. Like I said, you're the sole responsible person. I just keep hearing like sole breadwinner. So some of y'all could be just completely responsible for yourself. You're an independent person, you're an independent adult, or you could actually have a family that you need to take care of. So it's like you are responsible, you're in that leadership role. And I get it. Like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's all I can tell you. It's like, it's a lot. But you also can't neglect the other aspects of yourself just because you're responsible for all of these things and there's always something going wrong. Like, sometimes you just got to be like, F it. Like, all right, that went wrong. Like, what can I do right now? It's like you're always in that energy of doing. And I feel like at a certain point in time, you just gonna have like an effort attitude with some things. I'm not telling you to I'm not telling you to not be responsible, but sometimes I feel like we're so used to trying to hold on to everything and just do everything. And it's like sometimes things happen and it's outside of our realm or scope of control, or we can't do anything about it. So sometimes you really do just gotta be like, F it. Am I gonna be even more stressed today? Or am I just going to choose to relax? So I just feel like me saying all of that, I feel like universe needs you to know that like you can choose to relax. Like you could choose to relax. Like you can relax. Like that is an option. Right? Like you can relax. And yeah, I feel like what is gonna help you to feel more relaxed is, just asking for help. For help. And being open to the messages that you receive from spirit, because these can also be solutions that'll help you to your problems, that may be more creative in nature and not as like, oh, it has to be logical, it has to be rational, it has to be practical, it has to follow these steps, you know. So that's even a benefit of getting you into your divine feminine energy as well, because you're going to be, you can still still be solution based, but now it's like you're going to be thinking a bit more creatively and outside of the box, as opposed to being conventional all the time. I just feel like being conventional, working, being assertive, having to be a certain way, like, is taking a toll on you. And it's just time for you to step into more of a feminine, free flowing type of energy. So, yeah, let's see what y'all are saying. You said, I can't get a break. Talk about it, Daryl. I get it. I get it. Like, yeah, you need a break. You need a break. I feel like your time is spent just strategizing all the time. I feel like your time is spent strategizing, and I also feel like y'all could be having some issues at work, either at work or at school as well, dealing with other people. Um, so I think that's causing some additional stress and drama that maybe you don't need at this point in time. I feel like you're being asked to relax and rest, but you're always like constantly strategizing and thinking in your mind, well, I could do this, or if I do this, then this could solve this problem, or if I do this, then this might keep me afloat for a little bit longer, or if I do that, or this, like, I don't know. I just feel like you're being asked to relax. I feel like you're being asked to relax. Like, I really feel like that's what you're being told. Yeah, you're being asked to relax. I think that you have been taking too much of like an active approach to receiving what it is that you want, and I feel like you could even be a bit impatient, you know, just trying to get to the peak of the mountain. You've been a bit impatient in trying to make sure. I mean, I get it though. I get it though, because it's always something going on, you know. So I get it. I just think it's the impatience might be a bit of a response to you feeling like, okay, right after I'm done putting out this fire, I know it's going to be something else. So it's like you're trying to rush and hurry your way through things. And I just feel like if you take more of a passive approach to things, then you could probably find a solution that is more beneficial for the long term. Okay, so I feel like the theme of today's reading for all signs has definitely been long term, like thinking long term. But yeah, I feel like you will find a creative solution that is definitely going to um, maybe even help a lot of these issues that you are consistently experiencing, like just help it all across the board. So it just seems like there's a one solution that you can really think of and put into place that is going to help you in these other aspects or areas of your life, or even if it's within one specific area that you keep experiencing problem after problem after problem. It's like there's one solution that is literally going to help satisfy everything, you know. So for some of y'all, I feel like it's within your life in general, and for others it could be within a specific area of your life. But yeah, it's like you know what you want ultimately, which is nice. You know what you're wishing for, you know what you're hoping for. I feel like you want to live a comfortable life. I feel like you're a bit uncomfortable right now because it's always a lot going on, okay, and you need a break. So I feel like that's where you should start, is in finding moments where you can just relax and just be like, F it. Like, this problem may be here when I get back to it, but that does not mean that I have to ruminate and think about it and sit in it all the time. Like, I can relax and rest. Maybe do something that is fun and enjoyable for you, or, you know, get out into nature, do things that help to inspire self-care within your, you know, just within you. So focusing on areas of your life that you may have been neglecting, that you can regard as you engaging in those behaviors, as you engaging in those things that you love, like those are acts of self-love. So yeah, um I feel like I should get y'all one more tarot card, but then we're gonna move on to advice. So yeah, it's like you know what it is that you want, but I think now is the time to take more of a passive approach to it. Like slow and steady wins the race, as opposed to being so like, I don't want to say impulsive, because I get where y'all are coming from with y'all energy, like kind of like impulsive, maybe impatient. Like I just feel like you gotta sit back, and I feel like spirit is going to point you in the right direction. I feel like it's gonna be something that you never even really thought of before, like an opportunity that is here now only because you are deciding to relax. And I feel like we get the best downloads when we're in a place that is relaxed, calm, as opposed to being like a hectic or very stressful type of space, energetically, or just even within our thoughts. Like we tend to get better, clearer messages, more creative messages when you are calm and at ease, as opposed to just stressed out, like stressed out. So yeah, I'm just getting like slow and steady wins the race. I just feel like it's time to stop feeling like you have to strategize or put everything into place or know the answer or have the answer for everything, because I feel like this is even a something that you're being taught, is like you're not gonna have the power to take care of everything. So yeah, take a step back, give it to spirit, give it to the divine, whomever you pray to, and just sit back and watch the divine work on your behalf. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's just funny because this is y'all, like this is y'all's energy, like the Knight of Swords. That's definitely what I was picking up, where it's just like everything is so fast moving. Is like there's no time to think, is no time to do anything. It's like you kind of have to be expected to execute as quickly as possible, So it's just interesting because I do see that y'all are very decisive. Like I said, you do know exactly what it is that you want. That's definitely something that's evident here. But I definitely feel like it's just changing your approach to getting that thing, or to experiencing the relief that you want. It's kind of like changing your approach. I also feel like sometimes y'all need to allow things to come to you. Like I said, it's like you don't have to try so hard. So I guess that's kind of feeding back into that message of like not feeling like you have to be so action based all the time. Like sometimes things can come to you instead of feeling like you have to do or prove, or I don't know, just do the most. So let's see what y'all's advice is. Oh, hey Sebastian. Oh, that's so cute. Hug from Argentina. I love it. I love it. I hope y'all are definitely liking this message, because I'm just opening up, like, and just giving y'all general messages. Like, that's just what I'm doing. That's just what I'm doing. On the bottom of the deck, we have "You Are Good Enough," which is amazing. I love that for you. I think it's good to hear that. Because it, like, for someone like you who strives, it's like you're striving. I think you're kind of like, I wanted to say placed in this position, but I just feel like you're at a point in time in your life in which you're understanding, and like I said, it's like everything is not within your control. And it's like you don't have to feel bad about it. You do have, some divine help and intervention that is available to you, even if you don't have physical people around that you can lean and depend on, because everything is on you. Or you're an independent person, so you're expected to take care of yourself. Like regardless of that. And I think that's kind of like a mind f for people sometimes, where it's like you realize that like you're adulting, you're living life, and your life is on you. Sometimes people feel like they have to carry everything, but it's stressful adulting. It's stressful being an independent person and having to take care of all aspects of your life. Because some people can say like, well, oh well, you're an adult, that's what you should do. But sometimes it's very stressful to do that. Okay, so it's just about being real. Like if you feel like you can't lean on others, then lean on the divine and give yourself the relief that you need. So this is interesting. Y'all have your advice is balance, spirituality, and practicality, which is definitely really nice. Because it definitely confirms a lot of your message. Because I feel like you all are neglecting the more spiritual and divine feminine aspects of your, I want to say of your personality, but I feel like it's more so of your being. Like it's of your being, like your essence, your energy. It's like who you are. I think that's a lot deeper than just like, oh, your personality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're being asked to, yes, you're living this 3D physical world and life. Yes, you are someone who definitely strives. You're a very action based type of person. We have that here. Okay. I think it's good because now you're understanding that, like, yes, you can still be an action based type of person. Like, it seems like you're a go getter. You can still be that. You can still want great things out of life, like you really want what you want. Okay, you want to live a comfortable life, you want to be emotionally satisfied. Like, that's nice. I definitely applaud that. I feel like that's amazing. But with balancing spirituality here, it's like you're also understanding that you can only control so much. Like, and there is a purpose for spirituality in your life. Like, spirituality is going to help you in those moments where you need grounding, where you need rest, where you need relaxation. Like, spirituality is definitely going to be there to help you. I also feel like y'all do a lot physically as well, especially if you have like very physically taxing jobs. It's like y'all might have to do something about that. Maybe deciding to pick up something that is not as hard on your body. Or this could even be as simple as y'all deciding to take a week off for vacation or using your PTO. It could be something along those lines as well. Um, so if you can take a break, then take a break or find a way to do it, you know, as you're going about your daily life. If you know that you can't take a full week off or something, it's like find ways to do it. But yeah, we also have a time for healing, and that's definitely evident as well, even with the energy of the Four of Swords, because that's a very healing type of energy as well. It's all about rest. Well, it's not all about rest and recuperation. Some of, it can be read that way. So yeah, it's just time for you all to give yourself that rest that's needed, like I said earlier. But yeah. And then I also wanted to get y'all another card, and then we have bring love into the situation. So yeah, I just feel like it's time for you to get back on track, or to pay more attention to like your emotions and how you feel, because y'all have been showing up as very emotionally numb or repressed because of everything that you have going on. You feel like, oh, you don't have time to focus on your feelings. But no, I think your feelings are definitely very important. Okay, they're very important. So I just feel like the more that you tap into your feelings, like it'll help you even to identify more with like things that you have been neglecting. Like, so just tap into yourself. Okay, stop neglecting yourself. That's all I'm saying. Don't neglect yourself, how you feel, and then also your connection with spirit. Um, so yeah, I think that's it for the air signs. I definitely think that's it. Let me know how you all felt about that reading. Let me know how y'all felt about all of the readings. Let me know how y'all felt about it. I'll give it a second while I am packing up. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all, enjoyed yourself as well. I just want to make sure that the chat is cool, because the last time when I tell y'all the chat was on some other stuff. Like it was definitely on some other stuff. Like I had to leave the chat or leave the live and come back into it. But yeah, I think that is it for me tonight. So I definitely hope y'all enjoyed this. And definitely make sure that y'all stay tuned to the community tab, because I'm definitely going to put up some more suggestions for the readings for next week. So, yeah, definitely make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you like the live. And I just hope that y'all have an amazing rest of your week. And I definitely cannot wait to get back on live and connect with y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Like I said, I have more nails to do. And I actually got an order while I was in the live, which is Amazing. Okay. I love it. It's just the life of an entrepreneur. But yeah, I hope the messages definitely resonated with y'all. They were general messages, but I just read what I see. So have a good one, y'all. Be blessed, and I will see y'all again.